Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to Railway Empire Crossing the Andes. Just taking a quick look at our objectives here, and you can see that the very first part of our hostile acquisition section is now complete. We have connected the cities of Lima, Santa Cruz and Concepcion. Now we also need, by the end of 1909, to have 5 railroad stations in cities with an attraction. We need to deploy 20 express trains at the same time by the end of 1910, and by the end of 1915 we need to put all of our competitors out of business. Now we're going to get started straight away on that final section there. I want to try and put Roger Smythe out of business straight away. So I've got a nice big chunk of cash, and I'm going to buy a 27% stake in his company
every
right now.
In my company.
And we're going to try and push him out of business completely. What I also want to do is I want to really concentrate on this area over here. Santiago is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, as you can see. It's almost, it's just growing really, really quickly, this city. And we've got a new crop type here, a new product type. We've got wool. So what I want to do is I want to really take advantage of our resources over here. Here is the llama wool that we need for Santiago, and this town here, Coquimbo, needs corn for its alcohol beverage, and we also need wood for its cabinet making just there. So we're going to really, really hammer this section here, get all these little businesses connected up. First thing I want to do though is try and expand our station. Like that. Get some extra lines in, and this is what's going to make things a little bit tricky, is figuring out my switchover just here. Because I now have extra lines that need to kind of go in here. So I've got my 4 tracks here that then need to go off with 2 other tracks going that way. So what I need to do first of all is kind of delete these lines here, and then I need to delete these lines here, like that, and then do the same here. Let's just do it like that. That's going to be easier. There we go. So that's actually a separated out piece of track for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. So there we go. We have our 4 lines there. Now I need to double check which is which. So that's freight, and that runs in here, and then that crosses over. So the top lines are freight, the bottom lines are passengers. That should be borne out here. That's one of our Berkshires, that's a passenger service, and that's on the bottom lines. So, if I go to track construction, that needs to connect there. That needs to connect there. And then these go in on that platform there, like that. Now we have a nice big mighty station. I'm going to get rid of these signals. There we go. Now I want to bring in these connecting lines here. So which one of these is supposed to be freight and which is supposed to be passenger? That's what I don't remember. Do I have a train running? Yes, I do. Okay, that's a passenger service. So the bottom line here is passengers. Okay, that works out quite nicely. So that needs to come in onto the bottom line over here, like that. And now hopefully I can bring that line across and get that to connect here, which it doesn't seem like it wants to do. Haha, I've kind of messed up a little bit here, I think. Okay, let's go to demolish. Let's take out that bit there and that bit there. So let's start with what we can get done, which is going to be connecting our freight line. And the up freight line is going to be coming in like that. That's going to come in, and then wants to go on that platform to go in, and then that needs to come out. See, this is where it's getting tricky. That needs to be my outline, not my inline. Unless, actually, this would work. Yes, that works. There we go. So that's my freight line and also my freight passing loop. So I need that to kind of go in sort of like that, I think. Build that like that for now. I just want to take this little bend off there. So let me try and rework this ever so slightly. And bring that in on the corner itself. Perfect. There we go. So this is the passenger line, and this needs to do the same thing, but that needs to do it coming down this way and onto the freight line, onto the passenger lines down here. So again, I need to make sure I'm going in and out on the right platforms. So I kind of want to come across there, but I can't. I can come in here. I'm going to try and straighten that up a bit if I can. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then, again, the passing line is going to come off this corner here. And that needs to go in on that line. Now, why would it give me the option to the option to do that? Although I suppose what I could do is just put a crossover signal. Alright, I think what I've done is I've put that in on the wrong line. I think what I need is to actually go on this line. Try and bring that out across. And planning. Let's see if I can reposition this so it'll actually do that. I want it to go across quite a lot of track, you see. This is what's going to make this tricky. If I pull that round to there. And we know that we can get it onto that line if we position it right. Can I get it onto the fourth line? Why can't I get that positioned anymore? Clear planning. I need to put in my starting bit of track again, so I need to rebuild this line through the tunnel, which I accidentally took out. That's not the smartest thing I've ever done. Okay. So from here, there we go. That's what I want. Is it going to give me the option to do it on the other line above it? It doesn't look like it is. That's a nuisance. Yeah, it's not. It's not going to let me do what I want it to do. That is frustrating. Need to think about this. See, that line connection, that connection there works really nicely. I suppose the other alternative I've got, which is probably a better alternative, if I take that out... Oh, damn it, I just took the entire line out, didn't I? God, I did, all the way back through here, again. I'll stop doing that. Alright, so... we will get there in the end. How about then we bring the passenger line in and connect it like that. Nice smooth arcing curve. And then we bring the freight line in on a slightly different angle like that. Do that, and then just here I just put in... See, it's going to let me actually put in my double connection over here. I just feel it would just be stupid not to actually take advantage of that. It's just a shame I can't do it for the passenger line here. Maybe it's because the track is... the angle isn't right. This is definitely one of the trickier things I've tried to build. So I realise I'm kind of rehashing exactly what I've just done and ripped up, but I think I might be able to actually get it to work a little bit better if I can just figure it out. So that's looking nice there. Basically I want... look at that. You see, we've got lots of broken little pieces through there as opposed to long pieces. That might be why I can't do it. All these tiny little broken, fractured pieces like that. So let me try actually taking those corners out a bit. So let's set that there. I don't want to touch that really, so we'll start here. Let's try getting a nice clean piece of track, no breaks. Okay, that looks much cleaner around here. None of those tiny little breaks that we had all the way through. A couple in place, but pretty healthy. So I want to bring in a line around here. See, we've got a nice big smooth piece to collect to there, but it just still doesn't want to connect. Unless I need to come in at this kind of angle. Bring that track straight like that. So that connects that way. I kind of want to go onto that piece though. And then the angle just gets too severe. Let me come back over here for a second. So this would be the passenger line. That goes in like that. Would need that to kind of come to here. And then I'd need to be able to put in another. That's not going to give me enough space there, is it? Oh, it's making my brain hurt. Trying to figure this out. Okay, so that could work. So what I'm thinking here is that we just have the freight line come in like this and then goes over that diamond there, takes that signal and then that switch and goes out that way, and then this splits out and then becomes our two passenger lines like this. So we would then have our passenger passing loop there like that, and then our freight passing loop would be on the opposite side there. And then trains would come in on this line here, and that would just need to go in on this platform. And then this service here, this would be a way for the trains to come out. So it could come out of here, switch onto the right line, go through here. And see, again, it comes out on the wrong line. So I would need to put in a switch to connect these two lines, and then something to switch them over the other way, perhaps. So maybe I could do that, and then that would be the freight line going out that way, and then that could... Yes, that works. Alright, so slightly unconventional, but I figured out what I needed to do. Do I need to put a diamond crossing in there? No, I don't think I do, because that's freight and that's passenger, so yeah, I don't need that. So now I just need to rework this bit over here. So let's go to demolish. I need to take out that piece, and I definitely need to take out this piece, like so, because it's on the wrong line. So that now needs to become that. There we go. And then that needs to become that. Excellent. And then we've got a nice little passing section right before the tunnel. This is just suddenly, you know, I don't know why I struggle to think of this. It suddenly seems so simple. There we go. We have our connection, which is now a passing loop, and also merging of two separate independent lines. So I need to signal that up. And this is again where it's going to potentially get complicated. Let's start with the easy bits, which is over here. So that is going to be going in that direction. That's that way, and that way. Put directional changes on those. Let's bring these over here. So I've got the right signals in place on there. That's good. come down here. I need to put signals in place, say here. So, one there, one there, one there, and one there. Change the direction of that middle one there. That should all be static because it's got crossovers in it. That's fine. Everything else is running correct. Okay, yeah. Santiago now has a proper connection through there. It's a little bit convoluted, but it works. That's the important thing. So now that we've got that in place, I need to rework it over here as well. This is this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would, but it needs to be done. I've got a train that's coming in. This might potentially cause problems, especially seeing as that train's actually on the wrong platform now. Let's just run time for a moment. We'll let that train clear. We'll let that train get in. There you go, see? That's using the right line. That's excellent. He goes through. Okay, so now we can go into the demolish section. And I'm just going to take all of these lines out completely. It's quicker and easier to do it this way. So, let me actually see. What do I have over here? Okay, demolish quickly. Stop. Take as much of this out as I can. So it's all fine up to here. This is where it needs to change. Like that. So I've got two businesses here that I need to connect. So let's place in. So I could do a station for each, but hopefully a large station. Yes, a large station will tag both of them. Excellent. So I need to get that as high as I possibly can. Like that. Okay, so we have Malone Station. Let's go back into demolish. Okay, so I want to connect. Oh, shut up. That to there, but I do have a problem, you see, because we overlap the edge of this business. So this needs to be pushed out on an avoidance track like that. I also need to bring this around a little bit more because, there we go, it was just clipping the edge of that piece of track. So now that that's in place, now I can connect these four lines in total. That's trying to go direct. We'll just make it parallel. Like that. Why doesn't that want to go parallel? There we go. It's that first little corner, that's why. Connecting that through. And same again on this side. Keeping it parallel. Connecting up. Excellent stuff. Now we can do these lines. These would be nice and straightforward to connect. Good stuff. So, top two lines are freight, bottom two lines are passengers. They come through here. Passengers can just go straight through here. Freight can be designated to stop at these stations. I'm going to need these to be able to switch tracks. So let's put in diamond crossover, like that. And then these need to link up over here. So, what line do I have in place at the moment? That's a passenger line. And that is the outbound passenger line, which is the bottom line. So that needs to go there. And again, I need to be careful I don't tag that. So, if we come down too far, you see we have that issue. So I'll take that checkpoint out. We're fine. No issues there at all. This... Ooh. Ah, we have an issue. I built that in the wrong section. You know what, I'm just going to take that line out completely from there. And rebuild it. So, because this is the main line and then the passing loop's going to come on the opposite side, this needs to go in on the third platform, not the fourth. So that needs to go in on that platform there. And I'm just going to see how much space do I have. That just clears, so I need a bit more. That should do it. Like that. And then this. Will it clear? Yes, it clears. Good. Put in a point there and then stretch it like that. And then I need my freight main line. Because again, don't forget, we can only have 2 bits of track parallel on a bridge. That's the obstruction there. So we connect the freight line to the station like that. Make sure it's parallel all the way across. It is. And then we put in our passing loop, which terminates just here, right by the bridge. And we'll just shorten that up a little bit. Okay, so that was a little bit more complicated than I wanted it to be again, but it's done. I need to put a passing line back in here for this side of the bridge. It's too close, take it back a bit. Same again on this side. Bring that across. Connect it up. Okay, so he's on the wrong line now, but it's just while he's on that, he'll switch over properly when we get over here. And now we have our connections over here. Again, I need to have the ability for these trains to switch tracks, so that, you know, run-through services will be fine, but anything that's calling in to collect goods needs to be able to get back onto the right track going out the other way again. It's never easy, is it? So I want to start signalling this up now. Do I need a supply tower? I've got one there. I'm going to need a supply tower here between these services, so we'll try and plonk that about halfway. There we go, and we'll make that just a single... Do it now while I forget. Make this just a single signal passing loop. These lines are going the wrong way, aren't they? There we go. Oh, it's just because that train's on there. That's why it looks a bit weird. There we go. Then over here, same again. I want to go... with our signals like that. I want to have stop signals here before we get to the station. And I want stop signals after the station. that. And they just run all the way through there, and then we'll put a signal block in just here before the station. And then if we need to, we can put crossover pieces in there. And let's auto signal or multi-signal the rest of this. It's not spacing them properly, is it? Alright, so we'll take out multi-signal. We've got one in place. Let's just drop those in place like that. They're not square. There we go. And then, do I need something here as well? Yes, I probably do. Okay, and there we go. So, now that all of that has been reworked and we've put in our main lines and we've got everything there, I need to start work over here as well. So again, this is just a freight line at the moment. There's nothing else connecting. So I'm going to go again with a warehouse. Actually, no, we'll go with a large train station, not a warehouse. And I need to take out more track. So I've got a demolition marker there. I'm just going to take that whole piece out. Let's go to building construction. And again, I'm thinking ahead here for when we actually expand our railway lines up. I wouldn't normally put in a 4-lane station just for a single product like this. So this is the only line that we have in place, and this is the freight line. So I want that to go like that. And then leave the bottom 2 lines for passengers, as and when they come in. Connect that in that way, and we will put in the bottom line just for now, and then this again will go all the way along here like so. And once again, I'm going to need crossover to allow trains to switch tracks where they need to. And we may as well put this in here as well, just so I don't get confused in the future. Oh, I'm out of cash. I can't. Okay. I need to let my locos run a little bit. I can at least start to create those new services. So, we've got Santiago over here. First of all, we need to go from Malone logging, so let's go to rail line, start here. We want to go in here. And the top 2 lines, as we know, they are our freight lines. Why is it trying to go all the way through to white fattening? I know why. I know why. Because I need a way to switch these trains back. There we go. So, if we go back to our rail line, I need to take Santiago out and then put it back in. And there we go. Now you can see we've got the option. So, Malone logging, it'll start on this platform, it'll run on there, go in on that platform, come back out on the passing line, and then come back in that way. That's good. So what I want this to do is focus on wool. This needs to be a freight-only train. And in terms of adding a loco, I'm just going to go with a nice simple Mikado. Put a security guard on there, because we've got a couple spare. Now I need to do... nope, the next new train. That's going to go from Malone to Coquimbo. I want that to start on the other line, which it is doing. Excellent. That's going to run along the top. It's going to go in on the platform there, come back in on the other line, and then go back in on that platform there. So they're not going to cross over each other, which is good. This train here needs to be freight only. In Malone logging, this needs to concentrate on logs so that it feeds the cabinet making business. Save and end, and we'll run a Mikado on that. Now I want a freight train here, so another new train. That's going to start at Martin, go into Coquimbo. That needs to start at Martin Estate on... Ooh, let's try and bid on that. Roger Smythe is trying to outbid us. I don't care how much this costs us, this is going to pay off quite a lot in terms of cash revenue.
Isn't this auction going to tear a hole in your books?
No, it's not. I want this train to go in on platform 3, or start on platform 3. There we go. So it goes out, goes in. Again, I need to put signals in here, and then a crossover. I think I just didn't signal it. Route options. This needs to be freight. Save and end. Put a loco on it. It needs to be a Mikado. Let me check the signals. Did I signal this section? I didn't. So that needs to go there. That needs to go there. Need to put my blockers in just there, like so. And then put some other signals in there in between. And I need to have a supply tower as well. Otherwise that train's just going to break down pretty quickly. Well, not break down, but run out of stuff. Do I have a service yard? Yes, I do. Excellent. So now we need another new train. Now we need our freight line that's going to connect Coquimbo to Santiago and transfer goods between the two of them. Excellent. So this is just going to be a point-to-point service. It needs to be freight only. And I'm going to put a Texas on that because it's a more powerful engine. I want an engineer. And I want Stoker. Okay, Stoker doesn't get on with that engineer. Let's try the other engineer. Okay. Conductor. No, I don't want a conductor, but I do want a security guard. And the security guard gets on with their engineer. Excellent. So we get a nice little boost to speed and also to income between the two. And there you can see we've got our freight link connecting our two cities. That'll generate some really nice extra income. We have some points available. What do we have? Yes, we want that. And now we're sort of getting close to getting the Hudson, which will give us express trains. We really want those as quick as we can. We have a lot of personnel waiting as well. Let's see what we've got. New security guards, new conductor, new engineer. What else is there? New professor. No, I don't want to waste points. I need the points. we want to slander Roger Smythe. That should hopefully drive his business valuation down a little bit. And then we're going to try and buy some more of his shares. We're looking nice and good over here right now. What do we have business-wise over there? That wants corn. Railmaker is getting slandered in the press.
Was
That's us.
Another lead
Brilliant.
balloon.
So let's see. Has that had an impact? Hopefully it's reduced his share price a little bit. Hard to tell. I don't think they're going down that much.
You want to force me out of business? You will not succeed.
We're up to 43% now.
When your trains break down, it is a reflection of your company's management.
We've got a random breakdown. Can't do anything about that. Okay, why are these... These are on the wrong line. Rail line. Yeah, these are on the wrong line, look. How have they... What on earth has happened here? Okay, so I want to take out Coquino. Actually, I'm just going to take the whole line out and start it again. I'm not sure which service that's supposed to be. Breakdown from bad condition. I need to fix that. So I've got a maintenance shed there already. Why is that breaking down from bad condition? Frustration. I'm lost now. I can't remember where I'm supposed to be. So, if I look at my services here, I've got Coquino to Santiago, and then I've got Malone logging to Coquimbo. Okay. If I go here, it's just the Martin Estate to Coquimbo, that's correct. If I go here, Coquimbo to Santiago, Martin logging, or Malone logging to Santiago. Where is my Malone logging? That's the train I've just got rid of. Okay, so let me find my other train. Why are these in bad condition? Because it's not my station that's got the maintenance shed, it's his. That's why. Right, so I think I've accidentally deleted my train that's delivering wool into Santiago. Or is it on the wrong line? That's my freight line. That's on the wrong line. That's the one I've just deleted. Set up rail line. So that wants to go from Malone logging to Santiago. And that wants to focus on wool. Save and end. Okay, so now he's got a route to go to. He'll work his way through the lines until he can kind of double back onto the right track. So, ooh, look at that. Santiago is pleased as punch with us. So this one here, Coquimbo to Santiago, that's a passenger train. That's on the right line. This, very much on the wrong line. Take out these waypoints. I need to just... So, Coquimbo to Santiago. Freight only. That's the track it should be on. Route options, freight only. Save and exit. So, oh, hello. We've got points. Hudson.
A new
Excellent.
locomotive. How
Express
nice.
trains. So that now should go along here. Santiago is leveled up until it can get to a point where it can, I think, here, come in here, and then it'll go back out, get onto the right lane, which will be over here, and then go in this way, and then it can restart the route. Right. Hassle. Let's manage the train. So I need to start scrolling through my trains now, looking for passenger trains. Like this one. So actually this one we can give a conductor to. We have a couple available. And we're going to upgrade the train as well to a Hudson. So all of our trains, we're going to scroll through them now, all of our passenger trains like this, we are going to see if they need a conductor, because we have some available, make sure that they've got rail cars, which they do, and then we're going to give them an upgrade from the time we choose the Hudson. This will make them so much faster. This one needs a conductor. That conductor does not like him, so let's switch over. Let's go back. I'm lost. I've gone where I shouldn't have done. Okay, so this one needs a conductor. There we go. Upgrade the train to a Hudson. It's already running a Hudson. That one's a Hudson. That's a Berkshire. Let's upgrade to a Hudson. Hudson. Again. Scroll through all of our express trains. This is going to really boost our speed. It's an express as well. It's going to make our lines much, much faster, and it's also going to go towards that objective. If you remember, we have to have 20 express trains running.
That is a real record. There's no denying it.
These are all very much express trains that we're upgrading here. So, Berkshire as well. That's great. That's Berkshire. Texas, that's Berkshire. I think we're back to where we started now. Yes, we are. Okay, so we're getting sabotaged in the press now. Dreamliner, that's us, has the fastest train, the Hudson 464.
My reporter has revealed nothing but the truth.
Buy some more of his company before it starts going up in value too much. Get another 22%. We're up to 65% ownership of Roger Smythe's company. We are going to put him out of business as quickly as we can. And having those express trains is definitely going to help. We have some new personnel. Professors. They're all professors, and they're all going to give me money instead of research. I don't want to throw away research points. I've got a connection bonus here. Oh, that's a big connection bonus. Does that train need a conductor? No, it doesn't. There we go. That'll bring in some extra income on our passenger service there. So everything should be running smoothly now. Let's have a quick look. So there is our freight train between the two cities. There is our wool train, I think. No, that's another... That's a train that's just running back and forth between. So we've got 2 trains running back and forth by the look of it. Random breakdown. That's a wood train. Why is that running wood into Santiago? Prioritize wool. That train there. That's a freight back and forth between the 2. Okay, it's just not running any freight at the moment. This one here, that's my logging train. And that's running logs. Okay, that seems to be working as it should do. We're getting there, bit by bit. Increase the power of our locos by 7%. Yes! That is going to be a very, very nice little boost to our trains there. Let's hire both of those guys. I think I just fired one, actually. I hired him and fired him instantly. Whoops, slip of the thumb on the trigger there. So, I think this is a good place for us to end this particular episode. We haven't made much progress in terms of our network in some respects, but we have really overhauled this section here and really started to generate extra income, and we've got a new business here, chemical factory. What do I need? Coal, by the look of it. Where's there is coal mine? I was there. Trying to see what's going to be the best way to get that through. Probably linking up to here. We'll look at that next time out. We might just ignore it for now. I really want to focus on getting this city up to its next population boost. We need to get 60,000 so we can get an attraction in here. We're currently just under 45,000, so I want to make sure that this city is getting its services dealt with quite nicely. I also want to make sure that we start focusing on maybe Conception, but more likely start focusing on some of these cities over here, because these are all still pretty low. Look, they're all 1 bar. We've got... hey, this is a nice Viedma here. We've got a chance to really work on Viedma. So... we'll probably actually do some work down here next time out. So that's it from me on this particular episode. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more Railway Empire Crossing the Andes very soon.